Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about the Scopes monkey trial of 1925. This is one of those moments in history that's just always stood out to me. It's always been of great interest ever since I took an evolution and ecology class in high school. So I was excited to dive into this a little bit. This was a pivotal moment in the fundamentalist and modernist controversy in the 1920s. It captured national attention and it symbolized a big cultural divide that happened between religious traditionalism and then the modern scientific thought that was coming out. This happened in Dayton, Tennessee. It involved a high school teacher whose name was John T. Scopes, and he was arrested for violating a state law that had been passed by teaching evolution in his high school class. According to the Evening Star, Scopes was charged after, quote, confessing to instructing students on Darwin's theory, end quote. This act, the paper had described as testing Tennessee's new anti-evolution law. Again, that state law that was just put into effect, and him admitting to teaching Darwin and evolution ended up setting the stage for this huge and dramatic legal battle that questioned faith, education, and modernity. Modernity. I can't say that. This trial ended up bringing together pretty much two giants that would go on to continue to make a name in our history. That was William Jennings Bryan, who was a fundamentalist for Christianity and was representing the prosecution, and Clarence Darrow, who was championing these modern ideals of academic freedom, and he was representing Mr. Scopes and the defense. The New York Times reported that the courtroom clash was, quote, as much a battle of worldviews as a legal contest, end quote. And it described Darrow's grilling of Bryan under the sweltering July sun in that Tennessee courthouse. The media coverage that occurred during this trial really turned it into a national spectacle. The Chicago Tribune noted that, quote, thousands thronged Dayton streets, turning a small town trial into a stage for the nation's debate on science and scripture, end quote. This wasn't a trial just about Scopes. This wasn't a trial just about one person teaching this in his high school classroom. It became kind of a referendum on how Americans were able to understand their faith and hold on to that faith into a world and a society that was kind of moving on to more modern thought processes. So Scopes was found guilty of violating that Tennessee law. He was fined $100 at the time, but the trial's legacy really outlasted the verdict that was given. And a fun fact, the jury only took about 9 minutes to reach this guilty verdict. Historian Edward Larson argued that the Scopes trial marked a, quote, turning point where fundamentalists retreated from public life while modernists embraced new cultural influence. So it kind of made that religious aspect and those that were really firm in their beliefs kind of take a step back, while people that were advocating for this more scientific approach kind of moved forward into the limelight. Ultimately, the Scopes trial wasn't just about evolution. It wasn't just about teaching Darwinism. It wasn't just about bringing it into the school system. It was really about an identity. It revealed the tension that was kind of building between defending biblical authority and adapting to a rapidly modernizing society. And it really made it one of the most defining moments of this fundamentalist modernist controversy. Thank you so much for watching.